proceedings for Bradley Manning, who's accused of being a source for WikiLeaks. And what's interesting there is it's somewhat like covering a court proceeding as one might have done it, say, in the early 1800s. That's the way it strikes me. You can go up there and you can see what happens in the courtroom when things happen in the courtroom. Beyond that, there is no transparency whatsoever. You can't get any of the documents related to the case. You can't get, I'm not talking about the evidence, I'm talking about the legal filings, the prosecution motions, the defense motions, the judge's rulings. When she makes a ruling, she reads it rapid fire from the bench, and good luck to you if you can't jot it all down, because you won't be getting it anytime soon, certainly. So it's sort of a bizarre way of proceeding for anyone who is familiar with either federal or state courts, where these things are pretty routinely available. Now, who would think at that kind of a proceeding maybe things could be done differently? Well, in another context, when the issue was military commissions taking place at Guantanamo Bay, and similar to what Ann was saying earlier, when there was a political imperative to try to push that process forward, the administration basically made a concession and said that in those proceedings, which are modeled on court-martials, they would make the filings public within a fairly short period of time on a government website. They paid a fair amount of money to set that website up, and they now post most of those filings within a reasonable period of time after they're filed. When there's a hearing, there's a transcript of it within 24 hours. These things are not that complicated. For some reason, the administration, despite saying they're committed to transparency, was able to do that after some deliberation with respect to the many military commission proceedings that are now underway. But with respect to a more conventional court-martial proceeding here in the United States, where it is an American citizen and an American soldier who's on trial, they find themselves sort of paralyzed and utterly unable to provide any of that transparency.